Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3 with me, Break It Down. Let's see what's going on over here.
Need to find a way forward.
You, grab a cane and whip these Drugnin beasts into shape. That rubble needs clearing, and my patience is hanging on by an arse whisker.
Adamantine Slag. A remnant of adamantine, a metal of old used to make legendary weapons and armor. It's too small in damage to be of any use. You want me to cane these poor beasts?
Damn right I do. Getting cramps in my arm trying to whip the Drugnin beasts back to work. Now get to the caning, before I thrash you instead.
You see, I don't respond well to threats, and I already don't like animal abusers, so... You want to thrash me? Go on then.
Drugnin hoon, I'll split you from head to hole. I've lost it. Put him down.
That's unfortunate. Let's see if Gale has a scroll we can use.
Obey.
He's charmed, but it says he's still hostile.
Have to keep going.
I'll take that.
No time to waste.
Just a spellcaster. Hopefully the rothé calm down after we take out the last Duergar. Okay. Alright guys, all the Duergar are dead. Y'all want to stop trying to fight us, that'd be great.
Victory is assured.
Alright, what else do we have? I could try webbing them and running away. I'm gonna try this. It's possible they'll still be hostile when we come back. But I sure hope not.
Heading there.
No holding back. No time to waste.
Squeal, little piggies.
One can't always be a gentleman. Pawn to cleric 4.
So close.
Can't afford to let up. On my way.
4 more feet.
Forever dauntless.
Should we long rest? So the agitated condition didn't have a set number of turns, so it'll probably still be agitated when we get back. I'm gonna long rest and see if we can speak to them when we come back. Oh wait, everyone else is still in combat.
Coming through.
Then we just dismiss our 2 summons, and we should be set.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
You carry a Githyanki relic. I will have an explanation. Or your head.
Walk away. Now. I won't warn you again.
Just leave him to it and go take a nap. Relic. This is about that artifact, isn't it?
That artifact is an heirloom of my people. Likely she spilled Githyanki blood in order to steal it. This cannot stand.
Heirloom? Plunder from some conquered realm, more like. This artifact is the only thing keeping us from becoming slaves to our parasites. Be glad I have it.
We know why they're arguing already. So let's nip this in the bud. Stop squabbling, both of you.
Remove yourself if you are so easily offended. This is not your concern.
Nonsense. You're just finally showing us what you really are. A reaver to the bone.
Spare your indignity. Every word that spills from your mouth is worth less than the last.
Fine, I'll ask. What's this even about?
Lae'zel thinks I have something important to her people. She's deluded, clear.
Lies. She carries an heirloom of my people. I must know why.
She probably doesn't remember. Again, stop this. No sense in us fighting with each other.
Incorrect. Judicious bloodletting settles feuds and roots out the weak, the deceitful.
Do you hear this, tribe? Our lives are at stake, and she wants us to turn on each other.
No others. Just you and me.
So, any ideas on how we settle this?
The bad blood must be purged. A jewel, come first light.
You mean I'd get to prove you wrong and thrash you? I love it. Get some rest, Lae'zel. You'll need it.
Shadowheart, I'm gonna put my money on Lae'zel.
You had every chance to look the other way. But here we are. You chose this.
Spare me the justifications, coward.
If anyone asks, I'll say you were transforming. Don't expect to be mourned.
That's +9 to my persuasion check. Let's hope that I succeed. Shadowheart, stop. You don't have to do this. Unless I rolled a 1, there was no way I was going to fail that check.
She's a liability. It's the artifact we need, not her.
Let me up, and I'll show you.
My character looks so disappointed. We need her, Shadowheart. Give her a chance.
Can I do that, Lae'zel? Can I turn my back on you?
Never. Thieves aren't afforded such luxury.
Loosen the grip on your pride for one blasted moment, won't you? We needn't be enemies. There's plenty of those to go around already.
What would you have? That we be friends?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But imagine what we might achieve if we channeled some of that hostility back at our real foes, instead of each other. They wouldn't stand a chance.
I mean, Shadowheart was antagonizing her during their little argument.
Don't waste a step.
Also, I did forget to look around to make sure no one did speak to us. Well, I guess we had the cutscene instead. That cutscene felt a little out of place, like it should have happened earlier.
You must have questions.
About your quarrel with Shadowheart.
It is over where I am concerned.
That's a relief. We won't survive this if we don't stand together.
It is through conflict that we strengthen our bonds. Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart seek it again. The next resolution may not end in her favor.
Yeah, I don't think it would had anyway. Lae'zel's far better equipped to fighting.
Very glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled things without letting any blood. I would have enjoyed the spectacle, but not losing either one of those lunatics.
Oh, I really thought Shadowheart and Lae'zel might fight to the death over that artifact. A pity. It would have made for a fine night's entertainment.
I'll say one thing for our troop. We're not short on drama. I'm glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled their differences peacefully. Eventually.
I hope that's the end of this silly quarrel. They'll have no energy for battling our enemies if Lae'zel and Shadowheart are too busy squabbling among themselves.
So, that's what people mean when they talk about butterflies in their stomach. Did you want something?
I want to talk about what happened with Lae'zel.
We aren't dear friends now, if that's what you're asking. But I trust we can all sleep a little more soundly in camp now.
That's good. I'd rather keep things friendly between all of us.
You have an interesting definition of friendly, but yes. I'm ready.
Oh wait. Darn it, cast it too soon. I'm gonna get my familiars out first.
What am I to do?
Still breathing, despite everything.
Did not mean to equip that. Though it doesn't look half bad. I forget what I had equipped.
Best be on my way.
They're still hostile. Well, that is unfortunate.
Onward.
No holding back.
Sorry, buddy, but we got a level up off of it, so I guess it was worth it in the end. He's not dashing, so we get an attack off for 8 damage. Okay, so I think that had we not provoked the Duergar, we would have had an option to talk these guys down instead. But in my defense, I didn't realize they were agitated. Alright, so we want to equip this. Oh, it's already equipped. Let's shapeshift first. Because he probably doesn't want to talk to his killer.
Mutatis mutandis.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
How long have you been here?
Many months. Dig.
What were you doing here?
Open passage. Ancient forge. Special.
What is so special about the forge back there?
Adamantine. Enhancement. From Mithril.
Where are you from?
Dunsparing. Orzron Mountains.
Who are you?
Skyl. Herdmaster. Rothé.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Not much use for this slag. Nice speckles, though.
I don't know if this is unique or not. But the Whipping Cane, it does... The 1d4 Psychic, I think, is from me. To have this, ring equipped. A cane designed to inflict a sharp and agonizing pain with every blow.
Think you can take me on?
Alright, this is different rubble than the stuff that Nier is behind. The Devilfoil Mask, the creature that attacked this area had these...
Curious mask. What's it doing here?
I guess other demons with them that wore these masks. Devilfoil Mask. Faded bloodstains belie the mask's childlike serenity. An innocent smile and wide, searching eyes, seeking its own kind. Gale did not learn anything.
I applaud your taste.
Still alive. So that's progress.
And equip it may not be a good idea right now. Oh, let's go level up. Level 7 Paladin. 7 hit points. Another level 2 spell slot. And Aura of Devotion. You and nearby allies can't be charmed. The aura disappears if you fall unconscious. Lae'zel also gets 7 hit points. She gains a level 4 spell slot and level 4 spells. To banishment, temporarily banish your target to another plane of existence. Death Ward, protect a creature from death. Next time damage would reduce it to 0 hit points. It remains conscious with 1 hit point left. Not usually how Death Ward works. Freedom of Movement, one of my favorite spells. Snap an ally out of any stun. Difficult terrain can't slow them down, and they can't be magically paralyzed or restrained. If the target is restrained by non-magical means, it can spend 5 feet of movement to free itself. And Guardian of Faith. Call forth a Divine Guardian that attacks nearby enemies. Every time it deals damage, the Guardian loses an equal amount of hit points. In her domain spells, Polymorph. Transform a creature into a harmless sheep. The sheep's hit points drop to 0, the target reverts to its original form with its original hit points. And Dimension Door. Teleport yourself and up to 1 adjacent ally to a place you can see. The ally cannot be larger than medium. And it's always prepared, that'll be convenient. Level 7 Warlock. 7 hit points. He gets an Eldritch Invocation and a spell. He has level 4 spells as well. So Wall of Fire. Create a blazing wall of fire, burning anyone who dares stand too close. Fire Shield. Wreathe your body in flames that shed light in a 10-foot radius, provide resistance to fire or cold damage, and retaliate against melee attacks. Dimension Door we just saw. Blight. Plants take maximum damage from this spell, and have disadvantage on the saving throw against it. On save, target still takes half damage, no effect on undead and constructs. Does a ton of damage. And Banishment we also saw. So spells like Flight, we get, or I'll have Gale learn, so we don't need the utility spells on Will. Might focus in more on damage, but having more castings of Counterspell might be worth it too. The Gale has it, but I don't want that or Blight. I give it to Will, Counterspell. Alright, then an Invocation. So I could do Armor of Shadows. So we haven't found any good light armor for Will yet. I think I'll keep him in light armor regardless, and hope that we find some good light armor for Warlock. So I could give him the armor that Gale currently has equipped instead, if I want to put him in a robe, and then he can use Armor of Shadows. I mean, this might also be useful. Free Ray of Sickness, Chromatic Orb, and Silence. And they don't consume a spell slot when I cast them. Let's do this to give him more options. Well, I mean, he's going to use Eldritch Blast, I think, every time anyway, so maybe not. I would say Devil's Sight, but I almost always have my Paladin in the front line anyway, with light on his weapon, so I don't think it's going to be that useful. I mean, slow is always good. Now let's go with the free spellcasts. At level 7 wizard, 7 hit points, 1 level 4 spell slot, and he gains 2 spells. A confusion, befuddle a group of creatures, causing them to attack at random, wander around aimlessly, and occasionally skip turns in the stupor. Conjure a minor elemental, conjure a minor elemental to fight alongside you. Dimension door, Evard's black tentacles. Tentacles sprout from the ground, turning the area into difficult terrain, attacking and smothering creatures within. Fire shield, greater invisibility. Turn a creature invisible, attacks against it have disadvantage, and attacks with advantage. Visibility breaks when you fail increasingly harder stealth checks on attacking, casting spells, or interacting with items. Ice Storm. Impel a storm of hail and ice to crash from the sky, covering the ground and striking all objects and creatures within range. Odaluke's Resilient Sphere. Enclose a target in a sphere of shimmering force, reducing its movement speed by half, and blocking all incoming and outgoing damage. Phantasmal Killer. Haunt a creature with its worst nightmares. Takes 4 to 40 psychic damage per turn, cannot move, has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. Polymorph we've seen, Stone Skin. Turn a creature's flesh hard as stone. Takes only half the damage of all non-magical, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. Wall of Fire we've seen, okay. So again, I don't want to teach him any evocation spells since he learns them cheaply from scrolls. Stone Skin might be worth it, but he's only going to be concentrating on haste. So I'm not going to grab it. A minor elemental might be worth it. I'm looking for a non-concentration spell specifically because, again, he's a haste bot. That's what he's there for. So I think we'll go with... I'm not entirely sure. Let's look at some of the lower level spells. Gaseous Form might be worth it. For some utility. Hypnotic Pattern might be worth it for some more utility. Slow is always a good option, but it takes concentration. Some of these darn spells take concentration. It's hard to choose. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I assume we'll eventually find scrolls of all these spells at some point anyway. So let's grab Greater Invisibility for outside of combat. It only lasts 10 turns, though. But it's more utility. Same with Dimension Door. Let's grab Gaseous Form as well. Just more utility spells, and then I'll see what scrolls we have to teach. Ew. Also, I'm thinking about it. Make sure it asks me first. Yeah, so we already have a couple of these level 4 spell scrolls. Like Wall of Fire, we'll go and learn that. Lightning Bolt, Ice Storm. Stone Skin. Polymorph. Dimension Door, yeah. Let's go and learn those. I was going to get rid of Witch Bolt and put something else up here. We don't need knock on all the time, so let's go take that off. And do lightning bolt instead. We'll give us more offensive spells. Thunderwave is pretty useful for the utility because it knocks him back. Get rid of Ice Knife and grab Fireball.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Okay, an autosave. Always bodes ill. Orb of Dark Vision. Alright, well, with the autosave in mind, I think I'm going to wrap up the episode here. And next time we'll continue down this path and see where it takes us. It might take us to Nier. We're going to head down this way. I feel like this is a different... It has to be different rubble, right? Because we didn't see the Deep Gnomes. They're the ones trying to get Nier out of the other collapsed tunnel.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Right, let's actually clear out these bases real quick. Alright, I'm going to call it here, and next time we'll continue this way up towards the catwalks. And see what's in store for us. Oh wait, before I forget, let's cast the light real quick. Now we also have this other light option.
Sol Invictus.
Which I assume will stay active if we swap this out for something else. Alright, I'm going to call it here. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one.